All right, I'm going to try to stay under 3 minutes. I promised I would. But I'm going to talk today about ArchitectureQuote. This is kind of one of the things that I've been working on with a bunch of the guys in the front for the last 8 months, nights and weekends. So I had a moment where I was sitting down with a buddy of mine, James, who also is one of the founders, sharing a bottle of vodka as you do, and we're talking about his industry. And I was asking, what kind of tools do people use in architecture? No answer. Where do you find leads? No answer. And how do you communicate? 7 different tools and different channels. So I start finding out what's going on within this industry because I start looking into the biggest architecture firms in Denmark. And these are a couple of screenshots. They're single-page websites that have no user flow. It's a bad user experience, and there's no lead capture. So it takes 7 clicks to finally get in touch with somebody when you want to do something, whether or not it's getting in touch or just getting an estimate. So I told James at that point, I'm going to fuck up your industry, and that's what I plan on doing. So the architecture industry is massive, right? It's $288.65 billion just in 2016, right? And it's going to grow. So that's 4.8% from 2017 to 2025, which is pretty crazy. Just in the UK alone, we're talking about 25,000 projects that require architects. We have to be able to find these people. So the ArchitectureQuote solution is essentially we're optimizing the deal flow process of getting a price for architecture services. Right? We want to help firms get discovered, but also discover leads. And this will result in basically fast proposal creation, collaboration, and a submission process that actually works. Right? And again, the result is that these architecture firms don't have to lay off architects and can continue to win better projects and more of them. So when somebody wants to get in touch, they fill out the first form, and we basically get their basic details. The second form allows us to find out if they're serious, and they get into the platform. The next step is we're basically aggregating all the leads within Europe, and hopefully North America at some point, and the idea is you can discover new opportunities in one place. Everything is publicly available data in terms of projects that are over €1 million. So that means one place to search and find this stuff. Beyond that, we're looking at a lot of different unique features in terms of collaboration, in terms of getting in touch, and also an export feature that allows you to take a really nice proposal, shoot it out to a government contractor and say, here's the fucking contract, let's get this thing going. Right, so the team is an amazing bunch of people that I've worked with. Basically, I'm the CMO of the best new startup in Denmark, and I plan on being the CMO and CEO of the best new startup in Denmark next year. It's just going to be called ArchitectureQuote this time. But there's Donatus and Veselin and Paul up front, as well as our senior architect, James, and it's basically been nights and weekends, but we're looking for something in the way of office space. And we also want to get some funding so we can step away from our day jobs and actually hustle on this thing. And that's about it.